Welcome to MilSpouse Matters, the podcast dedicated to encouraging military spouses. I'm Jen McDonald, and I was a military spouse for nearly 30 years until my husband's retirement. I'm also now the mom of an active duty son, a longtime writer for the military spouse world, and the author of the book, You Are Not Alone, Encouragement for the Heart of a Military Spouse. I created this podcast to bring you inspiration as you navigate your own military life, which can be amazing while also challenging. Whether you're dealing with a move, deployment, raising military kids, keeping your military marriage strong, or employment issues, we're going to talk about it. Military spouses, we're only stronger together. My goal is to bring you realistic hope and support for your own MilSpouse journey. Hello. This is Jen, and I'm so glad to be with you today. I thought I would share with you some short episodes this season about topics that I get a lot of questions about. So today we're going to be talking about making friends. I get a lot of questions about how to make connections and how to find a friend when you first just moved or you're new to military life. So just a reminder, anything I mention, you can always find the links in the show notes. You can find the complete show archive at jen-mcdonald.com. Also, all the past episodes where you can listen. And of course, I would love it if you'd subscribe and leave a 5-star review and share any episode that you like with other people so they can find it too. So today we are talking about friendship, and I'm going to be reading to you a selection from my book, which is called You Are Not Alone, Encouragement for the Heart of a Military Spouse, and it's called Unexpected Friends. A friend is one that knows you as you are, understands where you have been, accepts what you have become, and still gently allows you to grow. William Shakespeare. I schlepped into the Tiny Tots ballet class late with 2 preschoolers in tutus and 2 not happy to be here boys in tow. I hurried my girls into the class and then perched on the bench facing the mirrored glass, where we moms could observe our tiny ones making clumsy, if not adorable, attempts at twirling and pointing their toes. While settling down my boys with juice boxes and coloring books, a nearby lady struck up a conversation. She asked where my kids attend school, and I mentioned that we homeschooled. I'll never forget what happened next. You homeschool? An inquisitive curly head popped out further down the row of quiet moms. At my affirmation, the woman practically elbowed her way to me. I wasn't sure if she was going to confront me about my educational choice or what. But what followed for the next hour, I'm sure to the annoyance of the other ladies on the bench, was a fast-paced, somewhat loud conversation sprinkled with lots of laughter. Turns out she was a brand new homeschool mom. Tara and I have been friends ever since. There are some people you just happen upon, recognize you are kindred spirits, and that is that. I love those moments. Finding friends is not always so easy, but I've noticed over the years the types of friends that every military spouse needs at some point. Some people may be a combination of a couple of these traits. Hopefully, you will be one of these friends to someone too. The go-getter. She, like my friend Tara, does not hold back. You will be friends. She's the one, or he. She is the one who will plan playdates and organize field trips. She does not hesitate to call or text to check on you if she hasn't heard from you in a while. When you get short-notice orders, she'll be there with brownies and a checklist to help you organize. She seems to have boundless energy. The listening ear. The one you'll turn to when you can't take one more day of a deployment or TDY, who is willing to drop everything to meet you for coffee so you can vent. The fun friend. You need one of these. They'll go shopping, out to eat, or explore the area with you. They're willing to watch a sad movie and cry just because you asked. The mentor. She's been around the block. She can help calm your fears when rumors abound about a deployed unit, provide much-needed perspective on military life, and reassure you that your kids won't be ruined because they're military brats. The civilian. This might surprise you, but non-military folk have ended up being some of my best friends. Especially if your spouse is in a high-ranking or highly visible job, it can be nice to get away from the fishbowl of military life and be with people who take you at face value. If you live off base, it can be a bit easier to make friends with civilians. For those living on the military installation, you'll have to make more of an effort, getting involved in a church or other community group to meet people. This friend will also help you remember the rest of the world doesn't revolve around the military. Often, these folks are key to introducing you to the local area and experiencing life, quote, outside the wire. Are you lonely? Look around. I bet there are some spouses who are just as lonesome as you are. There are potential friends all around. Sometimes it takes so little to reach out. Take a chance. Ask someone over for coffee. Knock on a new neighbor's door. Make a point of saying hello. Try it. You might be surprised. Here are a few scriptures. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. Proverbs 17:17. As soon as he had finished speaking to Saul, the soul of Jonathan was knit to the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul. And Saul took him that day and would not let him return to his father's house. Then Jonathan made a covenant with David because he loved him as his own soul. 1 Samuel 18:1-3. Think about it. If you're having a difficult time making friends, what is holding you back from reaching out? What can you do this week to make a new friend? Are there friends you need to get back in touch with and let them know how much they mean to you? What about nearby friends you need to reconnect with? Here is a prayer. Dear Lord, help me to cultivate the friendships you've planted in my life at this time. Don't let me be blind to opportunities to reach out to others who may need a friend. Thank you for all the friends you've placed in my life, both old and new. Amen. And I hope that wherever you are doing great and that you have friends. And if you don't, that you have some ideas now of ways you can reach out. And I would love to hear from you about how you're settling in, if you've just moved or where you are in your military spouse journey. Reach out to me on Instagram at MilSpouseMatters, or you can email me at jen@jenmcdonald.net. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for listening to the MilSpouse Matters podcast. Connect with me at milspousematters.com or on social media as @MilSpouseMatters. You can find my book, You Are Not Alone, Encouragement for the Heart of a Military Spouse, on Amazon and other booksellers. Love the show? Please leave a 5-star review in whatever podcast player you're listening, and then share it with someone else who could use it too. Until next time, have a great week.